Hello, happy Sunday and Tarot Play Date. How's everyone doing today? We have a room full of people already, which is exciting. Jamie is the first one in today. Are you working today, Jamie, or are you just sneaking in from work, or what's going on there? Let's see, we have Simon was making dinner, so I don't know if he's back yet. Hi, Kimberly. Let's see who else we have in here. We have Jackie and Wendy, Bastet, Nancy, Sandra. Let's see. Oh, I got Wendy. Patrice. Hi, everyone. White Tree Tarot is here. Juliet. Elle. Gracia. Oh my gosh, we have a room. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then Elle's hello to everyone. Jump to my chat. Let's see who else we have in here. Oh, Robin's in here. Right from the get-go today. Heather. Hello, Heather. Am I missing? I am. We have Meme Essence 818 is in here. Hello. Okay, I'm like jumping all over the chat. Like, this is not a very efficient nor organized way for me to do this. Let's see who else we have. Tyken Light Moon is here. Play date time. Yes. Thank you, Patrice, for the thumbs up props there. We have, 3-day weekend for Jamie this weekend. Kathy, hi. Oslog, Aaron Show. How do I say that? Was that even remotely close? But hello. Maharet is here. Aquarius Owl. Did I get everyone? I hope I did. If I missed you, it was not on purpose, I promise. I'm excited to be here today. I've had a pretty mellow weekend, but I've been looking forward to this. How did our Seven of Swords weeks? Hi, Sean. How did our Seven of Swords week go for everyone? I have to say, I was so excited to see how much activity we had in the Tarot Playdate Facebook group this week. I think a lot of us really enjoyed the activity that we had, where we basically tell a story with the Seven of Swords when we pull them out of the deck and grab the card before and after the Seven of Swords and kind of tell a story. So that was really fun. In fact, it was our top trending Playdate topic so far. So all you new members who have joined, that's obviously increasing our participation, but I love it. It makes me so dang happy. Oh, good. I'm glad I pronounced that somewhat correctly. Hi, Selkie. Yes, family dynamics, Seven of Swords. Is that how it came up for you? You know, I'm honestly not really sure how this card came up for me this week, other than just kind of in the context of the questions that we'd answered. So maybe that's where it mostly played out for me. I don't know if anybody else has any other stories from the week. Essence 818. Hello, everyone with names beginning A through Z and 0 through 9. Way to cover it. I second that. So if just as per usual, I think you guys are pretty good about this, but if you want to grab my attention, I'm usually pretty focused on the chat during Playdate just because of the nature of what this is. But if you want to make sure I see a comment or you're throwing out a question when I'm about to ask for questions, if you throw it in all caps, I'm most likely going to see it. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked that activity. I actually I enjoyed it as well, as much as we came up with them, but still, you know, we're allowed to enjoy what we come up with, right? Oh, Mindy, hi, welcome in. And Emily is here as well. Oh, promise to drop in on Facebook. Don't go on much, but have joined. Yeah, not everybody does the Facebook thing. So there's that. Mindy says, I'm sitting outside in the Easter Bunny, just drove by on a fire truck. Hey, well, that's something nice for the kids. And Heather says, my company owner decided to keep 10% of everyone's March wages and didn't tell them until payday. That is a Seven of Swords moment. He's running off with your paycheck money. That is not awesome. Wow. Yeah, that's not cool. We had our company, you know, they basically said, you know, bonuses this quarter are not likely to be a thing. But they were pretty straight up. Oh, I did have a Seven of Swords moment at work. I can't really talk about it, but there was one. Oh, good call on the work, Heather. Okay. So we have had a lot of swords in play date. It'll be really interesting to see what we get next. I'm not even going to try to venture a guess, but as we do every week, what I like to do is start off with 5 questions that we will answer with our card for the week using our alternative decks. Last week, I know we were very pandemic focused in our questions. And I got some feedback. I think some people found that helpful and other people found it a little bit like, okay, centralized. So maybe we can get a variety of questions coming in this week. Does anybody have anything ready and waiting? A question you would like answered this week? Hello, Elizabeth. You'll get your money back in June. Yeah, that's still weird, Heather. I'm not keen on how your workplace handled that. Hi, Lori. Okay, let's see. What major life lesson can we take from this period of time? I like that, Simon. I'm writing it down the old-fashioned way again, which means I look away from the screen. So those all caps really, really help me. What major life lesson can we take from this period of time? Anybody else have a question? Okay, we're flying in more general than just the pandemic. Yeah, I like that. Just from this period of time. Okay, we're quiet. Usually I'm like fighting to which questions. Who else has got a question? Oh, there's one from Emily. How can we focus on being gentle to ourselves and honoring our emotions right now? Okay, we'll write that. Like a time, it really is a time for self-care, isn't it? How can we focus on being gentle to ourselves and honoring our emotions right now? Yeah, I think one of the things that's hard right now is everybody is feeling a lot of different things. And it's, I think a lot of us are probably really working hard to be gentle and understanding with others, right? But also we do need to be gentle and with ourselves. Robin asks, what can we offer others in need? Okay. Sorry for the dead silence here as I write this down. Talk amongst yourselves. It looks like I might have 5 questions here. Elle says, I really need to prepare a question. I always go blank. When will it get a lot warmer? Didn't we ask about the weather recently here? Saki? When questions are hard for me with the tarot. I might dodge that one. And it's not because I don't want to answer a question, but something that we can dive a little deeper into. White Tree Tarot. What type of energy should we focus on to feel the best possible way? Okay, White Tree Tarot. What type of energy should we focus on to feel the best possible way? I like that, like positive, best possible way. Did I miss one? Okay. Oh, I'm running out of room on my paper. I got that one. I got that one. The British have an obsession with the weather. Oh, that's right. That's a thing. I forgot about that. That's actually, your weather looked pretty nice. I was seeing Elle outside in her garden today, and it looked quite lovely. I thought I saw a caps that was not, or a question that was not in all caps. I feel like it was up here. Should we continue to operating like business as usual? Essence 818. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I need one more. We only got 4. That's not helpful for you to see that. My messy note taking, is it? Yeah, today it is alternating cloudy, sunny. Oh, Jamie's got one for me. What are things to keep in mind when questioning beliefs or finding new perspectives? Oh, you're going deep, Jamie. I'm taking that one. I am taking that one. Thanks for the contribution. What should we keep in mind? Oh my gosh. If I can have room on my page for all this, that big question. When questioning beliefs or finding new perspectives. Good question. I like that, going deep. Or finding new perspectives. If I can even read my writing later. Okay, I'm going to read these all out loud to you so you see which, inspired by last night. You'll have to tell me more about that, Jamie. All right, so I have 5 questions. I have one from Simon. What major life lesson can we take from this period of time? From Emily, we have, how can we focus on being gentle to ourselves and honoring our emotions right now? From Robin, what can we offer others in need? From White Tree Tarot, we have, what type of energy should we focus on to feel the best possible way? Later, I'm going to try and read that as pest. I'm sure of it. And then from Jamie, what should we keep in mind when questioning beliefs or finding new perspectives? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. I hope I have some good decks to answer these with this week. All right, I'm going to take a quick sip of my, it's actually water, sparkling water in here. And let's get to shuffling. Oh, Michelle, I missed yours. Was it in all caps? I still don't see it. Was it right at the beginning? I'm sorry if I missed it. Bring it back next week, please. And hi, Michelle, by the way. I don't know if I got a hello. Oh, you like my plaid shirt today, Selkie? Thank you. It felt like, I don't know, kind of the last vestiges of winter weather. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you for coming. You're hardly late. I haven't even drawn the card yet. All right, Kiana's hoping for 3 of Wands. Oops. We don't do jumpers in this house. I dropped everything. You're having fantastic weather in Sweden. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. The hangman's up. That's always hard when the hangman gets flipped around. Okay. All right. Governor said that they may stop exercise being allowed. Yeah, Simon was mentioning that earlier, Wendy, that they may not let you, literally may not let you go. That's crazy. Okay, seriously. Okay, we're going to shuffle the normal way because I am not being very good at this. Although that was the sun card. That would have been nice. My deck's getting smaller. Aw, thanks, Sean. You guys are so nice today. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. What are my questions? What major life lesson can we take from this period of time? How can we focus on being gentle to ourselves and honoring our emotions? What can we offer others in need? What type of energy should we focus on to feel the best possible way? What should we keep in mind when questioning beliefs or finding new perspective? That is a wide variety of questions. All right. I think it's time. I think it's time to pull a card. All right. Huh. Not a major, not a wands, but it's a good card. We have our 3 of Pentacles. No. You know, this card makes a lot of sense right now, doesn't it? If you really think about it, you know what we say, we always get what we need and not what we want here in Tarot Play. You better work, says Robin. Still no wands. I know we're going to have like a run of wands. I can't use the phrase that I wanted to use because it's politically charged, but we are going to have a run of wands one of these days. I like the 3 of Pentacles. I love, yes, exactly, Simon. It's cooperation. Selkie says communication and meetings, right? Zoom is on the forefront of the news these days, for better and for worse. Simon says getting together for a common cause. Is that deck defected? Okay, hold on here. Just to prove, there are wands in this deck. There are majors in this deck. You guys bring the energy. I can't even take credit anymore, I don't think. So. All right, back to our 3 of Pentacles. Let's see. You still giggle about what's on the scroll. What scroll? This scroll, this thing. Oh, geez. Elle, what are you getting into? Teamwork. We have lots of teamwork. We have, I think, an overall positive view of getting this card, except for Elizabeth was like, no. No ones because we're sitting at home, right? Are we really being that fiery and creative right now? I don't know. Maybe not. We are all in this together, says Juliet. Work with others, says Gracia. It is appropriate, as we should. Do operate at this time especially, says Wendy. Proving yourself, says Jackie. Ooh, that's interesting. What was the card right under the 3 of Pence? So close. So close. But there's kind of a relationship. This was actually my card of the day yesterday, was the 4 of Wands. Today it was the 8 of Cups again, stalker card that it is. Let's see. Wendy says, oh, cooperate. Oh, your auto text has gone nuts. Yeah, that can happen. Kathy says global unity. Elizabeth, teamwork. Psychically yours. Oh, hi, by the way. Sometimes I see the guy on the scaffolding as performing or taking directive for the other two. This guy up here. Focus on the detail, the here and now. Ooh, so speaking of like being present, right? White Tree Tarot saw those arcs and thought about Windows in Zoom meetings. Yeah, all the heads, right? All the video heads. Selkie says, this is teamwork, what we do here every Sunday, right? Yes, Selkie. I'm glad you see it that way too. Planning and assisting, says Elizabeth. Kiana says, my cards for the week were the 8 of Cups and Judgment. So you feel me on that 8 of Cups, right? Wendy says, sharing knowledge, suggestion, and ideas. Hi, Jilly. Welcome in. No wands, no major. It's becoming a bit of a joke here. 3 circles. Sometimes collaborations are like a 3-ring circus. They can be. And sometimes things going on around us are like a 3-ring circus, aren't they? Elizabeth, a project is beginning to manifest. Elle's got some words for us here. Work, profession, and vocation. Working with materials, reforming the earth, working on yourself, the disclosure of what was hidden. Jackie says a competent strategy. Wouldn't that be great? Sometimes some places have a competent strategy. Forever We're After. Hello, by the way. Creating something new that can only take a team. Yes. Yeah, we all need that link, Jilly. We don't know where to go after this. All right. So let's look in a little bit closer. We're going to dive into some of the symbology. You know, I feel like, is the coloring always this gray in other versions of this deck? I don't know why today that gray is really getting to me. Maybe it's because it's gray outside. I want to look in my Radiant Wise Spirit here. Hold on, I can't do 2 things at once, apparently. Just wondering if it's gray like that in other decks. I guess it is. Oh, here I suppose you get a little bit more yellow with those pentacles. That's really pretty, the coloring. Sorry, I'm having a squirrel moment all on my own. I just, you know, don't mind me. Okay, I just kind of wanted to know there. So Robin gives this card 3 stars. All right. Yeah, this is our Pentacles and Swords have been the name of the game for Tarot Playdate, haven't they been? It means we're working, we're thinking, we're studying, we're working, we're learning, all that good stuff. Gray could be my mood today. I don't feel too great. Come on, focus. Focus, little camera. You know you want to. There we go. So we've got our 3 pentacles with a symbol in the middle there. I bet somebody knows what that is because you guys always do. And there it repeats itself again in the flower. What is he holding right there, do you suppose? What is that? There we go. Nice close-up look of our 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles only in this card should be black. Talents not yet recognized. Oh, that's interesting. So, oh, the sun symbol, a hammer. Oh, is that what he's holding? It looks like a plunger to me, like, or a cup. you know, like a chalice. Closer. There we go. You'll have to forgive my beautifully unmanicured nails. Oh, welcome to being self-isolated, not being able to go to the nail salon. There are worse problems in the world, though. The book has some interesting explanations. By the book, do we mean our book that we like to reference every week in Tarot Playdate, The Ultimate Guide to the Rider-Waite Tarot? Looks like he's holding a giant doorknob. Oh, Elle likes to call me a knob. So maybe Alice's black pens. Talents remain misjudged, forgotten, or ignored. Oh, yeah. And with the talents not yet recognized, it looks like he is holding some kind of a tool. That is a rose, says Selkie. The flower underneath here, is that a rose? Right here? Let's see. I'm probably missing. Oh, it says it's a hammer in the book. All right. I've got the 3 of Pentacles up right here. Although it really is helpful that you guys kind of point out stuff in the book. So we have the sculptor mason. Oh, he's a sculptor. The unhoned stone around him. It says it's a crypt or a cellar. The black pentacles. The monk. A nun. The bench. It talks about a lot of different symbols in this card. Oh, thank you, Simon. The crypt, to do with foundations, basic values, groundwork in the sphere of the pentacles. On the basis of these faults, a mighty construction will rise up. Ooh, I like that. Robin says it's a mallet, but it reminds me I need to buy a toilet plunger. I hope it's not an urgent situation, Robin. Kiana says the black pentacles equal representation of lasting satisfaction rather than a reward of literal golden coins. Ooh, I like that. You know, it's really about appreciating that hard work and the effort and the things that last rather than that, you know, money, just money. Juliet says the sculptor adds nothing to the stone, but simply liberates the figure shut up within from its encumbrance. So is that what is coming up right up there, right behind him? Focus. There we go. Very interesting. Does it talk about what they're holding here? This right here? I don't feel like it references that in the book. Does anybody know what that is? Oh, vaults, not faults. Of those vaults, a mighty construction will. Oh, that makes sense. Although you can get real deep with using the word faults. Sometimes we need the help of a little step up to get the job done. Yes. This card demonstrates to me the balance between planning and artistry, says Fathom 5 Tarot. Hello, by the way. Oh, the design plans like this right here. The twofold plan, recognizing hard work or talents of others. Gracia says he is standing on a bench, seeing the world from a vantage point or a different point of view. Kathy says it looks like blueprints. And then somebody else, didn't somebody else earlier say, you know, it looks like that, you know, he's maybe directing them or they're looking to him for guidance of some kind. Hi, Becca. Selkie says, I'm wondering if the man on the bench is higher. Maybe he thinks he is more important. Maybe he's just short like me. I always need to stand, like just to change a light bulb in this house, you know? White Tree Tarot says, I see those pentacles not as black, but as intricate cutout silhouettes. So there's some hard and detailed work involved. Definitely. Yeah, I love the word that always comes to mind with this card is collaboration. That's the first thing that I always think about. And I always get a little bit when I think about the Pentacle suit, especially, you know, the relationship between the 8 and the 3, right? Where the 8 of Pentacles, you know, we have our single solitary individual, like working hard on their craft and to make things happen. And here working with others to make things happen. I always kind of think about the one card when I see the other. I don't know if that's something that anybody else does, but to me, they always have this really closely tied relationship. Kiana says the 3 coins equal part of the church's design. His ideas are embedded in the structure of the building. His contribution will be lasting and set in stone. They are holding the twofold plan. He is being directed by them. The twofold plan. So they're directing him. So these are the designers, the architects, if you will, and then he's the The laborer making it happen, or what would we call him? The talent. He's the talent. It says in the book that they are holding a sketch. Ooh, see, that's what happens when I try to skim. I don't get nearly enough information. So a sketch of the design. What do you think this is? Like, what do you think this is a part of? What's the building around it? If we were to go into this card and look up, what will we see? I'm just kind of curious. Oh, hey, Brand. I'm glad you made it after you had a nice walk this morning. Isn't that what you were doing? See, the artist shows us a higher perspective, says Patrice. Jackie said encouragement and support equals guidance. See, did I miss any other comments? Oh, 3 people in a confined space, sheltering. I can read. My goodness. When 3 work together, the result may flower, says Robin. The scroll that Elle referenced is 2 copies of a plan, i.e. a 2-fold plan is always better for any unforeseen eventualities, right? So they have the primary plan and the backup plan, just in case. That is probably a smart move. If you always rely on the one plan, unforeseen things always happen. And oh my gosh, the chat went crazy. Okay, where did I go? Oh, no, now I'm all the way back in chat to like defective deck. Oh, saying hello to Jilly. I'm going to get caught up again here. I do not know what just happened with my mouse. Let's see. The scroll that, okay, I think I'm back. White Tree Tarot says, I read somewhere that those 3 people represent the skill with the sculptor, the materials, the monk, and the plan or the architect. Yes. I think that's kind of what I was seeing in the book as well. There's so many 3s in this card. 3 arches, right? So we have the big arch and the 2 little arches, the 3 pentacles, the 3 people. Ooh, good observation there. So the numerology of 3s, who's really comfortable with that? I know the 2s pretty well, and I know the 4s pretty well, but the 3s, is that always about, because I try to think like to the 3 of Swords too. What is the numerology of 3s? Kimberly says this is a church, a religious building, says Simon. When I kind of asked about what we would see if we were to step into this card and look up, a town hall, says Selkie. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Brant. Forever We're After, the priest figure implies it's a church. See, who are the 3? Oops, it jumped again on me. The work of the clergy, and so the architect, I think we decided is one of these people potentially. Sean sees a church or a holy place. Jilly says this card is about long-term plans and building foundations. Yes. Maharet sees a cloister or monastery. Some kind of religious building. Looks like a church for sure. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's some kind of a place of worship of some kind, certainly. Making sure the instructions are followed to the letter, says Jackie, these people here, right? Kiana says the purple tunic equals the color of high office in the church to show that he is spiritually in tune with his talents and beliefs. Is that his tunic? Is that purple in other decks? Because in this one, it's awfully gray. And we have a lot of yellow too, and like the yellow and the red. Because this one here in the gray is the monk, right? And then this one here, somebody said a nun too, or we saw somewhere this could be a nun or the architect. Investment, says Jackie. Yeah, anytime the pentacles are involved too, right? But investment in the future. I like that. And Jamie says 3 is my favorite number. Why is 3 your favorite number, Jamie? Maybe that'll lead me to some of the numerology I'm seeking here. Growth. Oh my gosh, I'm really behind on the chat, aren't I? Creativity, said Forever We're After. Simon says the sculptor has a chisel in his left hand and a mallet in the right. He is working on stone. Michelangelo pointed out in his work, he put nothing into stone, but instead he simply freed. So he was taking away rather than putting in, right? I like that. Juliet says, on the basis of these vaults, a mighty construction will rise up. How will your work contribute? Mike says 3 is completion. Hi, Mike, by the way. Mandy says 3 is about growth and creativity. So 3 is completion. That's interesting. I do associate that with the 10s, but that also makes sense with the 3. Got me thinking. You got me thinking. White Tree Tarot said, if that building, it jumped again, is a cathedral, it talks very much about cooperation. In ancient times, to build a cathedral, the whole village had to put money and effort together, right? So everybody had to do their part, even if they're not directly involved, which is so true today, right? Is that not true about what's going on in the world? Brant Moonbaby says, I think if this card is being inside a church and like they're collaborating about the window, like changing the stained glass or something. Julie asks, Jen, what's on the yellow covering? Are they flowers? This here? So let me pull this up really close again for you to see. They look kind of like polka dots. Yeah, I'm just seeing like round circles. It'll be really interesting. I think this is going to be another good card to be seeing what our alternative cards look like, because I've seen the Three of Pentacles represented in so many different ways. Let's see, Gracia said, the church and a monk representing devotion and discovering a true calling. 3 is what comes out of the 2 coming together, says Mendy. Perfection or completion, says Essence 818. Thank you. Thank you all for answering my call for numerology. I appreciate it. House of the Hierophant, said Robin. 2 comes together to create the 3rd, said Foreverwhere. Selkie, I might be the only one, but I do not like odd numbers. I love even numbers. I've never really thought about it. I know a lot of people like the number 7. And what about 11? 11's a good number, right? See, 3 of Pence is Mars and Capricorn, says Al. The Tower card is Mars and the Devil is Capricorn. 2 people falling from the building and the tower falls onto the people chained by the devil. Are they rebuilding it? Now that's really interesting because a lot of times we don't really see the majors tied into the minors that way. Where did you get that? Did you pull it out of your head or what book? I am starting to get back into finally 78 Degrees of Wisdom, and I wish I could know exactly which card we were covering and read what she says in that book the day before, because I feel like I could, I don't know, I feel like she brings such insight into each of the cards. Kiana says 3s are growth, cooperation, groups, friendship, acknowledgement, a flowering of something created from the energy of the suit. Biblically, I saw somebody say biblically, oh, my chat just jumped again. You guys are busy today. I love it. Essence 818, biblically, the omniscience, omnipresent, and omnipotent. That's a lot of omnis going on. Oh, Jilly said, that's why I had 4 children, because 3 was uneven. Oh, I just had the 1. Kathy, except for I've adopted a few more. So Kathy, 3 is creative expression and social interaction. Simon says 3 is growth for me. Oh, we have a lot to do with the 3s. Taking down my notes for this week is going to be really fun. Yeah, the global cooperation, Juliet. Oh my gosh, I know I'm behind. I'll get caught up. I will. 3 represents synthesis, 2 becoming together to become more than the sum of their parts. This is from Elizabeth. 3 stands for body, mind, and spirit, past, present, and future. It also stands for the navel chakra. Oh, we got lots going on with the 3s, don't we? Patrice is noticing a sculptor pausing his work tools still in hand to listen. So taking a moment to stop what he's doing to collaborate with these other 2, right? Kristen says that's a very odd outfit. I wonder if there's historical significance. Are you referring to the one with the polka dots? Because I know I'm a bit behind in the chat here. What does the book say about the woman's covering? There's something about the red spots, I think. Do you have that handy, Simon? You may have already answered it by now. Elizabeth said 3 is associated with the Empress, the Hanged Man, and the world. Yes, true. We have the 3 for the Empress, the 1 + 2 for the Hanged Man, and the 2 and the 1 for the world. Juliet loves odd numbers. So we have 2 schools of thought on loving even or odd numbers. White Tree Tarot, thank you for, oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you could see what was on the paper. I do try to do that a few times throughout this so we can really dive into these cards. Oh, you were pulling that from the Melanated Classic. I should have taken you up getting that deck for super cheap. Let's see. Beauty and importance of personal values, and basic tenets. Is that the this covering and the spots on the dress, Simon? Okay. Wendy's got plenty of time on her hands right now to read books. 78 Degrees. 3s are the full expression of the element. Thank you, Essence 818. The polka dot outfit looks like a jester outfit to me personally, says Kristen. Yeah, There's a lot going on in this card. You guys, we're 34 minutes in and we're still on our first card. So shall we start diving into some of our alternative cards and get into our questions and see how we want to answer those? All right. So I think I'm just going to pull these in the order that I shoved them on my table. This week, one of my 5 randomly drawn decks. As you know, we've kind of circled back through my collection, although I have added a few decks that have made their way into the random draw now. We are going to look at, so this shouldn't be too radically different. The first one is the This Might Hurt Tarot, which I just love. Let's find our 3 of Pentacles in here. Ooh, this is different. It's different in a cool way, though, of course. I probably say that about every card, though. Yes, this was a beautiful Kelly pouch that she made specifically for my This Might Hurt, which I just love. All right, here is our This Might Hurt. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a nice close-up look. So this one's a little bit different on the collaboration that we see happening here, right? What do you think? Does this invoke the same meanings to you? Does this bring something different? One of the things that I noticed right away is that we have 2 people chiseling here and 1 person who looks to be more of a planner architect type. So now we have 2 people physically doing the work versus just the one, right? I don't know. What else do you see? You guys went all quiet. Gracia sees more equal collaboration, right? Everybody's on the ground here. Nobody's risen up above the others. Aquarius Owl also noticing 2 working and 1 with the plans. Silky says, this reminds me of balance. Yeah, I mean, she's balancing these 2 pentacles in the statue, in her hands, right? And then the one on the head. I can totally see where you get that. Essence 818 says 78 together. The 3 figures signify that the best work combines both technical skill, air, spiritual understanding, water, with energy and desire, fire. Oh, from 78 Degrees of Wisdom. Yes, I like that. See, she's got good stuff in there. White Tree Tarot says this looks more active, really doing the job. In both cards, some degree of artistic tribute is being constructed. Very true, right? Here we have a building. Here we have a statue. Juliet said, I immediately saw a global effort. Oh, wait, I already read that comment. What's going to work? Teamwork. Love a gal in a boiler suit, says Becca. I mean, how could you not, right? Sorry, I can't read and talk at the same time. We have established this weeks and weeks ago, right? Looks like the statue is juggling, says Jackie. Elle says it's the direct opposite of the Devil card. They aren't bound or forced. They are equal in choosing to adorn the statue figure as opposed to being forced to worship it, right? So they're not looking up like in this adoration, you tell me what to do, pull my puppet strings, please, right? We have some people actually working to construct this. What do you suppose this statue, this particular statue, does that bring any particular meaning to it? Silky said a tool can have 3 legs. 3 is balanced. True. Or a stool. You're talking about a stool, right? They are creating themselves in a way. The statue resembles the workers. Oh, that's interesting, frankly, Tarot. That's a good observation. Kathy, body, mind, soul, combination of all 3. Silky, all working together. Teamwork. There's a sense of balance to the statue with the 3 pentacles, says Patrice. D, hi D, craftsmanship and skill. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I actually don't have that because I pulled out, I guess I do have the book way over there, but all right. So our first, well, let's see. Anybody else? The one thing too that I noticed here, sorry, I was going to go to the question, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about the landscapes of these cards. Is the statue the quarantined or us? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting thought. But one of the things that I noticed here is, we're kind of, this is either indoors or just directly outside of a building, right? And then this one here is really in this more open garden type landscape. Emily says it's like they are paying homage to their hard work and effort and skills in the statue, right? So they're actually building a representation of what it is that they do. Am I kind of getting what you're trying to put down there? Jamie, the pentacles represent the workers, the two working hands, and one mind. Ooh, yes, Jamie, I like that. Happily together. I'm not sure I'm not sure I understand the acronyms that follow, but yeah, this card shows three craft women working together to create art. Robin says Trinity, reference to body, mind, and spirit. Dee says they have a blueprint and they are making it happen. Absolutely. So our very first question was, and this one was from Simon. Thank you, Simon. What major life lesson can we take from this period of time? Oh, so many great ways we could answer that with this card, right? I mean, obviously, the first one that comes to mind for me is we can work together, right? We're all trying to achieve a common goal right now, right? When we look at it with what specifically what's happening in the world with the pandemic, but also how else? Oh, this might hurt guidebook. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, what major life lesson? We can accomplish so much more by working together, right? Even though we're all isolated, we are all working towards a common goal. Who would have pictured that being where we would be at, Emily says, rebuilding our lives around the current circumstances to be more community-based and more positive. Simon, cooperation, coming together. Ooh, perfecting our crafts. Yeah, a lot of times we're able to focus more on these things that we do want to protect with this extra time. I have more time, as you can see behind me. I've got some tarot studying going on, and I'm able to work more on that during this time. Robin says, focusing our efforts with others to achieve the best result. Gracia, that we need each other to achieve our goals. White Tree Tarot, that we can rely on those around us. Working together for the common good, says Foreverwhere. Doing what you're told, keep to the rules. Keep to the plan, says Selkie. Yes. Essence 818, a positive collaboration is possible. Working together can benefit the project and each other. Thank you, Jennifer. L, balance your mind, body, and spirit. Self-care, self-curate, and self-construct will not only benefit yourself, but all those around you, right? Another thing that I've been doing is working on building my meditation practice. I have completely fallen down in the month of April so far, but I'm going to pick it back up today and get back to work with my meditation. But even though that's something that I'm doing that's internal, right, and to focus on my own mental well-being, I'm hoping that helps me put something better out into the world, especially because I know a lot of other people are doing the same thing. Jilly says, we are all in this together. Work together for the common good. Jackie says, taking pride in our projects, improving ourselves and others by our own good example. Yes, coming back to meditation. Yes. Yes. I fall down, I get up. I fall down, I get up. I pick up my chisel and I get back to work. Let's see. And I miss anybody. You guys had so many great answers to this question. Let's see, we got that. I got that. Yeah. We all have to work globally to move forward, said Kathy. Finishing a project, says Mike. Don't we all? Julie, we all. That's what this card is about right there, right? It reminds me of the quote that you said about meditation, Jilly, says Elle, about how every time you meditate, you're making waves in the world. I love that. Forever we're after, envisioning the foundations we need for the future. There's a song about that. I fall down and I get up again. Da 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 da. I get back. I don't know. I don't remember the words. Is that the one? Did that even resemble the song at all? Is it time for a coffee break yet? Suck, you can get coffee anytime you want. I'll just be here when you get back. I get knocked down, but I get up again. See, look what you've done. Look what you've done with me. All right, so let's move on to our second alternative deck today. Okay, tub thumping? What is tub thumping? Is oh, that's the word. That's the name of the song. Oh, that's funny. I get that. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Earworm. Thanks a lot. All right. So you know you have to post your songs in the Tarot Playdate Facebook group, right? Especially if you stick them in my head. All right. Kathy, it's a collaboration. All right. My second alternative deck this week is the Revival Art Tarot from Taroko Studios, right? Yeah, that's right. I love these backs. They're so pretty. Thank you, Elle, for posting the link. And I did see you did that earlier, so thank you for that as well. I really appreciate it. All right, oops, I went right past the Three of Pentacles. So that the Pentacles are called coins in this deck, but I don't think that's too much of a departure. Throw the box on the ground. All right, so here is our Three of Coins in the Revival Art Tarot. We'll get some focus for you here. Come on, guys. There you go. So what do you think about this one? Thank you, Jackie. Everybody's just going to post that one song now. Yeah, I think that's a good song. I like it. It's upbeat. Essence 818, you got to figure out a new time to meditate if you did it during commuting. It should have not tub something. Should have said that's the one. That's hilarious. I was like, is that what the song is called? So what do you think about this card? What's the first thing I noticed is we only have 2 people instead of 3. But I still get the feeling behind this card. Let me get it close again for you. Focus. It really likes to be real close. There we go. Yeah, this is the Revival Art Tarot. So I think it's interesting because what strikes me right away is it almost feels less like this is a guy with plans, more like a guy placing an order for something. Or, yeah, so Gracia is kind of noticing the same thing, that it looks like less collaboration. Sandra really likes this card. I think it's really beautiful. It seems like the gentleman wants to order something from that carpenter. So White Tree Tarot, you get what I'm saying. I kind of saw the same thing. Wendy says, need to be able to meditate. You know what? The Calm app. If you have not heard of Calm, I love the Calm app. You get beautiful scenes and sounds, and you can do a lot of stuff for free if you don't want to upgrade to premium. But I have found that to be a great app for meditation. Jamie is saying maybe this is a business collaboration, right? More of an exchange than something like that. Silky says, I love the smell of wood, brings back memories. There's lots of wood in this card. I'm checking out the chat. I'm trying to dig through because we've got a lot of talk about music at the moment. So I want to make sure I pull out the comments about the card. Yeah, Insight Timer is good, and another app is the Headspace app. I think Headspace and Calm tend to go kind of head to head as being sort of top of the app list for meditations. Michelle says, I have 3 copies of this deck. 3 copies. You have a backup of your backs. Gracia says, an artist needs patrons to succeed, but it does feel less equal. Jackie says they're discussing what they want the end product to look like, a 2-way conversation to get the best result. The carpenter looks somewhat surprised, like, are you sure that's what you want? This is Kimberly. I added the subtext, of course. White Tree Tarot says this is cooperation, but with strict rules. Oh, yeah, buyer-seller relationship. Yep. Emily says perhaps they are constructing a home or a building and having a quick meeting about the progress or details. That's true. L, 2 heads are better than 1. Yeah, I mean, we still have 2 people in here, right? So, 3 is, of course, not the only way to collaborate. Does he look super? I'm getting really close in on their faces. I want to see this relationship between the 2 of them. It's very interesting. Emily, I was doing that. Did it get close enough for you to be able to see it? Robin says, it seems like they're negotiating a contract. I'll give you 3 coins if you do this work for me. Yeah, there's a barrier between them, is noticing Silky. Yeah, with this window here, right? So it definitely brings out a different vibe, I suppose, with this card. Emily says, I think the one on the outside looks like the boss. Says that maybe him kind of being the same, although this guy has the stuff in hand. So it's kind of like how these 2 were directing this guy to do work, right? When we kind of discussed that as being one possible relationship between these characters. Similar thing, right? He's directing this guy to do something. It looks like they're practicing social distancing, discussing work through the window. White Tree Tarot, he looks like he's explained to the client why his order will not be finished for 2 more weeks. And that could be sheltering in place, doing business by the takeout window. Is the one outside wearing a suit? Let's see. Looks like it. See if we can get close again. He does look more formally dressed, that's for sure. Jamie says, it makes me think to remember the different types of collaboration and we need to remember and be a part of. Oh, now nothing's in focus. Oh, there we go. I knew what you meant, Heather. All right, so our second question this week is, this was from Emily. How can we focus on being gentle to ourselves and honoring our emotions right now? So how do we answer that with this 3 of Pentacles? How can we focus on being gentle to ourselves and honoring our emotions right now? Heather saw I'm wearing a dog collar. Well, that's kinky. I didn't really see that. Nobody on this card is actually working, says White Tree Tarot. Toastful Robin says, keep our distance. Jennifer says, eat 3 donuts. I mean, donuts make everything better, right? How can we focus on being gentle to ourselves and honoring our emotions right now? I still do think like relying on other people, knowing that you can still rely on others, even though you may not be physically together. And there are a lot of people who are physically together, but being willing to work with others or ask for others when you need help or assistance, right? I think there's definitely a message of you don't have to do everything alone. Selkie says not to overwork, have time for you. Heather, I think my interpretation was more fun. I'm just saying. A Vicar's dog collar, like a priest collar. Did you call me a Muppet? That's a new insult. That's fun. Emily, perhaps recognizing our limits and where we need to say no and put boundaries in place. Elle says, stick to your plans, stick to your structure and routine so you don't dwell on feeling overwhelmed or lost. Essence 818 says, be specific in expressing what you need. Ooh, I really like that, right? Everybody's got the plans, specifics, a direction, right? Talk things out with others, says Wendy. Jamie, take the time to slow down on your work and see if others can help. Maharat says, eat a donut before answering or engaging in an argument. Just take a moment to breathe and eat a donut. Robin says, the physical window versus our internet windows that we're communicating through. Foreverwhere, feel things to do at home that are helpful to others, or find things, not feel things, find things to do at home by setting the rules up front, right? Laying those plans. Yeah, I think the specifics is speaking to a lot of us. Grow from others and encouragement and feel empowered, says Jackie. Yes. This guy is asking for something with specification. Don't assume, ask. We have a habit at my workplace. So we have what we call our habits, and we have about 8 of them, I think, maybe. And one of them is always like clarify and verify, right? When somebody asks you a question, make sure you understand before you answer, right? Make sure you understand the specifics before moving forward. Saves a lot of time and trouble when you do that. Moon Baby says, Grant, I think you should always have a donut before making any decision. I don't have any donuts. So do I just not make decisions? I mean, I can go with that. I'm a Libra. So Patrice, the man in the window is like the teacher's masters I'm watching on YouTube to guide me through this time. No donuts, no decisions. Oh, life could get very simple with that rule. Is that written on that little piece of paper right there? No donut, no decision. All right, I'll keep it moving so I don't hold you guys hostage for too long today. All right, our third deck. This one was really interesting last time we got this. The Joie de Vivre Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. And if we know her artwork at all, we know we're probably into seeing a lot of stuff on this card. So it's a good thing I can put it up real close to the camera. Libra's got to stick together. No donuts here either. All right. Oh, this one's so cute. Okay. Oh, Jenna's got us with you dive into each of these cards. All right, here is our 3 of coins from the Joie de Vivre Tarot. They look very enamored by those coins, don't they? All right, let me get this close for you. There we go. This one's got a bit of a mischievous grin going on. We've got the moon, like we have the full moon or the new moon on there, and then the 2 crescent moons on those coins. I like that. This is so cute. Yes, Mendy. An hour and a half on a discussion of the 3 of Pentacles, and our takeaway is that we all have a global craving for donuts. Silky says these look like naughty children, those faces. They do. They look like they could be up to like some secret plans. It's kind of like, ooh, what can we do? Emily says they are refining a plan. They each have their pentacle and they're coming together to create something together, right? Definitely looks like a leader in the middle, says Jamie. Yeah, that character is taller, right? These, and standing up a bit straighter, where these 2 tend to be a little bit more hunched over and maybe different. Greedy look, said Kimberly. I do have the guidebook in here. Doesn't she have names and stories for her characters? She actually does. Yeah, this one I think I can pull out one-handed here. It's just a little white book. Let's see what she says about our 3 of Pentacles or coins. All right, I'm not going to throw the keywords at you because I think you know those. But harmony shines as Soma, Numa, and Psyche compare their concentrated creative energies. Focused and committed, their cooperation delivers healthy progress and quality workmanship. The shimmering golden coins are the fruits of their work. With determination and focus, your talents and energy will be utilized to create something new and divine. When teamwork is beneficial, map out a strategy and draw upon the ingenuity of the others for a successful completed mission. Or as Elle says, plotting to overthrow the humans whilst we are all stuck indoors. So there is that. They look excited, says White True Tarot. Yeah, I feel like they're like, ooh, we got this. The older child and naughty twins. Yeah, the moon phase is on the coins. I think that's kind of a cool touch. Bye, Wendy. Thank you for coming. If everyone puts their part, we can make something great. This is Gracia. Oh, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? Emily says, when I look at them, I instantly see a group of performers in costumes warming up before a show. That just makes me sad because my Broadway shows are one got rescheduled, thank goodness, but the other one got flat out canceled, which makes me sad. Essence at 18, it's like everyone is happy that they brought their part, right? Did you ever have to do group projects in school where one person came without their coin in hand? It was very frustrating. All right, so our third question was from Robin. What can we offer others in need? So, how would you answer that one? I'm going to bring my coin to the table. I'm not going to be that person that I just talked about in the group project. That's what I'm going to do. What can we offer others in need? Psychically Yours says they each made a part of a whole, so it so it shows we each bring a small important part of the whole. L donuts. I should have known that that was coming, and yet I didn't see it coming. JB says new ideas. The two have the same coin, and the third is bringing something else to the table. Yeah, or maybe even the different perspectives of the same coin by coming together, says Jackie. Selkie says you always have to have a leader in a group, one person to have the final say, or at least get everybody talking, right? And everybody collaborating. There's usually that louder voice. That's for sure. Gracia says we can literally give money, right? Supporting our local businesses, supporting artists, trying to keep people afloat. That's one thing I've been really mindful of lately. It's if I spend my money, how can I do it in a way that is beneficial, not to just what it is that I want, but also to whomever I am purchasing that from. And it's almost more of this, right? With that card. Juliet says, by not hoarding my talents, bringing it to the collective table. Foreverware says, bring donuts to the meeting. Look what you did, Jennifer. Look what you did to Playdate. I'm going to put this one in the title. It's not going to say 3 of coins. It's going to say 3 of donuts. So, coordinate, says Essence 818. White Tree Tarot. We can offer our coin, even if it seems small. It can be part of a bigger project or plan. If everybody brings one coin to the table, how many coins do we have, right? When you think about that, it doesn't take much to make a big difference. Let's see. Yes, spend local right now more than ever before, says Mindy. Communal support, says Robin. We need a food tarot. There is one food tarot that I've seen, and all I can remember is it has like a crazy like hoagie sandwich on it. Somebody has it. They do look excited to get those donuts, says Kimberly. This will now be officially known as the 3 of donuts. Yes. Should I do it? I mean, Jackie says share. Yes, share. Right? The things that we have excess of, perhaps maybe share those with those who need them. Oh, maybe that's where I saw it, Maharet. It was on Simon's channel, that food tarot. Share the donuts. 3 donuts are better than 1 donut, especially when you have 3 people. It's much easier if you can each have your own donut too, right? Okay. All right, let's move on to our 4th alternative deck. This one is my cute little Vanessa Tarot in a tin. And let's see what our 3 of Pentacles looks like. This is all, these are all female characters in this book that are apparently designed. Somebody last time I pulled this deck kind of gave me some more insight into this deck about them being different female characters from pop culture, like TV shows and things like that, like from Bewitched or other places. So that could be a fun extra game if you recognize this character from anywhere. So this one, boy, we're like slowly losing people in our 3 of coins cards here. I really like this deck. It's so cute. The backs, love the backs. It's mini. All right, let me pull this up here. Oh, look at that. Like, I never noticed this in the background. It's called like Pentacles. I think it must say Pentacles Couture. That's what I imagine that says. Oh, she looks very pleased with herself, doesn't she? Oh, Vanessa's your daughter's name, Juliet? So what do we think about this one? Do we lose the sense of collaboration in this version of this card? I definitely see it as her being creative and crafty and making things happen. Robin, if those 3 donuts won't let you fit into that dress, we'll just sew them on the front as buttons. Or she can alter the dress so you fit in it. It is an interesting take. I almost see this more as like what I would expect to see in the 8 of Pentacles. You know? Now she does have, so this dress is made for somebody, right? So she's collaborating with somebody on the design of this dress, on the fit of this dress. Potentially, we could improve. I mean, this could just be a dress she made and you walk in, and if you like it, you buy it. And if you don't, you don't. But it could be that she's working with whoever the owner of this dress is going to be. Simon says, yes, we see the fine details. Emily says, it's like the ultimate in achievements for her. Gracia sees, like I do, kind of more the 8 than the 3. Jamie says she collaborated with her sewing machine, her mind, and her hands. Ooh, good one, Jamie. You're good at this game, Jamie. I'm glad you've come into the tarot fold with us. Let's see here. Emily says it's the full expression of the suit. Patrice, there are no customers because they're all sheltering in place. She's like, somebody eventually will buy this dress. I mean, if she posts it online, maybe, right? Frankly, Tarot says, I love this one. I do a lot of sewing and I have red glasses. Oh, this card is made for you then. Silky, I'm very fussy about tarot cards. Cartoon never do it for me. It never feels real. That's fair. She's earning her coin, says Essence 818. Oscar's gown, you go, girl. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking about how the designers often collaborate with the women on the red carpet, right? Who are going to be in the red carpet. They usually have to work through that together. White Tree Tarot says she did the dress by herself, but she needed someone to make the fabric, the buttons, etc. Now that's interesting, right? So she didn't necessarily make all those things. She's just bringing it together, the collaboration from people afar that we can't see in this card. Is she consulting with the card viewer as the customer planner of this dress? Ooh, are we the customer? What do you think, Robin? Are you happy with your dress? Let's see. Kiana, her collaborator, the dress owner, is unseen but still implied. Yeah, see, that's kind of how I see this card as well. Frankly, Tarot, fashion and business have a love-hate relationship. That's true. Looking for the customer's approval, says Jackie. It does seem like she's presenting it like, look what I made you. What do you think? The person who will wear the gown can't do it alone. She needs the working hands behind the scenes. I mean, I have a very difficult time zipping up my own dress. Let me just tell you, just even the simple thing like that, I need a little help. Oh, Kathy, good eye. Do you notice the 3 beams of light coming from the dress? Let's get closer again, right? So we kind of have these spotlight beams happening. Oh, focus. There we go. Yeah, that's interesting. Good eye on that. Essence 818, it's a special order. Someone told them what they wanted and she brought it to life. Let me see if the book says anything fun. I don't know that this offers a lot about the art. I can't remember. Let me do this one-handed again. Oh, I think this one does it by the numbers. It does. Okay. This is just, yeah, this one's just keywords. No insight into the art. All right. So let's get our 4th question answered with this card. And this one was from White Tree Tarot. What type of energy should we focus on to feel the best possible way? So what type of energy should we focus on to feel the best possible way? Well, this card just kind of screams creativity and perfecting craft and doing those things. Like, focus our energy on the things that we know we do well. That kind of comes to mind for me right away. Yeah, I don't know why they do that, Robin. They put the dresses on the back. I think there might be little clever tools, or like, I don't know if you can find a wire hanger or something. But Emily says, right now it reminds me that actually without the people buying and ordering, no one can prosper, no matter how beautiful the creation. That's very true. Psychically Yours says creative, be creative. I really wish creators would include art-related info in the book. Yeah, I'm with you. That always helps me understand the choices and the meanings for certain. So what type of energy should we focus on to feel the best possible way? Go shopping. Retail therapy is actually a thing. So maybe some online shopping will make me feel the best possible way. Anybody else have any thoughts on this besides my ironic comments? Oh, Silky and Simon love each other. That's good. I like to see happy family in here. Yes, crafting, applied art, doing something we can see an instant result, right? Getting that, immediate gratification is also a thing. Sean says looking for approval, doing skillful work. L, building mastery, building self-confidence and accomplishment, create something. Yeah, figuring out how we can take this time to put positive things out into the world definitely make us feel good. I wish I were more creative. Right before this tarot play date, we were talking amongst some of us about how throughout the world masks are being required now as we go out. I'm like, I don't know how to make a mask, so I need my son to make me a mask and somehow figure out a way to get it to me. So Jamie, if you could make sure Shane does that for me, I would be very appreciative. That's my collaborative effort. I will hand you my plans. You guys can do that. All right. Being proud of your work, says Jackie. Supporting the small business person. Essence at 18 says the stores are definitely offering sales right now. Emily says her glasses make me think she really has focused in on it and taken time to make something of value. Kiana says, I just did some retail therapy, ordered the Moon Oracle, but it won't be here until the 24th. Is it just called the Moon Oracle? Which Moon Oracle? Now I'm curious and I want to know. Application of talent and focus, says Emily. Thank you, Jamie. Sean says, I need a mess. Oh, yeah. So if you can make one for Sean, that'd be great. He lives nearby. He lives nearby. All our shops are closed, said Selkie, but the online is overloaded with orders. People love shopping. Yeah, we all have to learn patience as we wait for those online orders now, don't we? All right, we have one final deck for this week to answer one final question. And then don't forget, we will talk about reversals, blocked, challenge, all that good stuff. If you have a bandana, you can fold yourself a mask. Ooh, I might actually have a bandana somewhere. I might actually also have a buff, like they wear on Survivor. So this is a pretty tarot bag that I got at the Northwest Tarot Symposium. I love this. This is one of like the fold out style. All right. Anybody recognize this? Tropsy. Well, that's not okay. At least it's not shuffled, so that's good. I have the Crystal Visions Tarot here. I love this deck. My very first trim job, edged in this beautiful purple that I just love. All right. Purple being my favorite color, of course. A good white tutor. I'm glad that actually helped with the answers to your questions. Okay, this is a really pretty card. Tell me what you think about this one. Let's get close. We'll take a nice close look. Pretty trees, birdie in the background. All right, so we have some interesting things going on there. Hiding behind the card as I blot my nose here. Glamorous energy, says Frankly. Sean's waiting for your Roots and Wings Oracle. Oh, it's a good one. I'm glad you got that one. What do you think? There's a really different collaborative energy happening here for me. Oh, the Moon Oracle by Carolyn Smith, who also did Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Oh, I haven't seen that one, Kiana. Thank you for answering, though. What do you think is happening here? Elle's gone blank. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, if he's creating something that she's then putting on the, I don't know what's happening in this deck right now. I do have the book. So Mendy's not feeling, I love this deck, but this one I have drawn a bit of a blank myself on this. Let's see. We're going to get a little bit of an assist here. We're going to collaborate with the creator by reading the book. White Tree Tarot says it's like he is making something she is bringing to life. Oh, Jen, 20 Kickstarter decks. I actually have a good amount of Kickstarters I'm waiting on now and a couple of pre-orders. I ordered Kelly Fitzgerald's entire journey system. I got the tokens, I got the Oracle deck, and I got the mini Oracle deck. I am super excited to play with that. Oh my gosh. All right, the Three of Pentacles in here. The Three of Pentacles signifies, let's see. Is there anything about the art? Okay, here we go. The man and woman depicted in this card begin to build their garden. The woman tends to a young plant while the man builds a fountain out of a slab of stone. The little bird holding a seed in its beak is a symbol of the beginning of great things to come. So we actually have three characters collaborating in this card, if you count the bird. Okay, so that explains a lot. So they're building the garden. She's tending to the plants. He's building the stone fountain or slab or whatever it is. Selkie said they look like they've had a falling out. Well, you know what? They are self-isolated, and to avoid arguing, they're focusing on the garden to build something beautiful, right? Mindy says, "Oh, we're talking about online shopping. Oh, hi, Groon. Ahoy, mateys." Is she putting her own touch on it to perfect it? Clearly, she must be. Did that help with the book? I feel like that maybe helped a little bit. Kristen, looks like he's saying, "Woman, give it to me already." I don't think he's using these in his project. I mean, but it's real pretty, right? At least it's that. So she's tending the garden, he's building the fountain. You know, it is interesting because in this card, which is really different from the others, we've had a little bit of everything, right? Here it looks like they are working on two separate tasks, although they are related to a bigger project. Where in this one here, right, we just see sort of the single person working on a project. Here we had them all coming together in the middle. Here we have an exchange, you know, that seems to be happening more of a contractual relationship or something like that. We've had a lot of different versions of the Three of Pentacles today, coming all the way back to our original. Yeah, Sean's noticing here, there's nobody giving directions, right? They're each doing their own work. We don't have one person planning and one person doing. We actually have two people doing different things. Psychic Leor says they look like they're having a dispute and avoiding each other. It should be really interesting to see how this answers our fifth question, shouldn't it? Jackie says bringing their own skills together. Selkie says everyone has their job, which is good because it is ordered. Yeah, that's true, right? You know, it's easier to stay organized, is I'm guessing what you mean by that. Okay, I don't know. There's some other, working separately, said Patrice. Looks like the deck leans towards Thoth. Oh, what is the Three of Pentacles in the Thoth or Thoth or Toth or Toth, right? All right, so our fifth question, maybe this will help direct our conversation about this particular card. Oh, but wait, I want to see Essence 818, knowing men, she asked him to do it one way. He did it another. Now she's fixing it. Oh, no. Looks like you're going to have to do a 3 of Pentacles, Sandra, and collaborate. You order the deck, send it to Jen. Jen sends it to you. Oh, yes, that's a thing we can do. I don't know what you're talking about, but you know I'm willing. You know I'm willing to be your U.S. distributor, right? So Sean says, stay focused on your individual task. All right, our fifth. Oh, this was the deep one from Jamie. All right, are you ready? So what should we keep in mind when questioning beliefs or finding new perspective? Right? So for those of us who might be in a position where we are questioning our beliefs or trying to determine what it is we believe or looking to shift our perspective, how does this card help you do that? All right, bring on the wisdom. Well, I get a drink of my my water again. I should really slow down on drinking my beverage because then I have to, you know. The chat went silent. Jamie, this was your question. Jackie's just like, hit the thumbs up. Get the thumbs up. All right. The question was, what should we keep in mind when questioning beliefs or looking or finding new perspective? So, how does this help direct you when questioning beliefs or finding new perspective? So, once again, I think I'm trying to decide if I would answer this differently with this particular card than I would with the Three of Pentacles in general. So, Robin, we all seem adamant about our own beliefs. Maybe we need to be more open to the perspectives of others, right? So here, each of them are kind of doing their own thing, right? And maybe we need more of a more of a coming together, right? So when I look at this card, you know, maybe there's also something to be said about working together to find a common goal, but it's okay that we each focus on what we're good at, what we believe in, what we think, what we believe, right? So that doesn't mean that we can't all be working towards the same common goal, even if we believe different things or have different paths to get us there. Oh, so while I was blathering, we've got a whole bunch of wisdom in here. Forever Wear says there is a man, a woman, and symbolic word, bird, look to our higher self. Patrice, see how we're working together while in separate locations. Psychically yours, don't worry about the rules. Everyone had their own beliefs and perspectives, and they are all valid and needed in the world. Sean says, come together with like-minded people. Kiana, we must remember that growth is healthy and questioning our own beliefs can lead to growth. Oh, definitely. White Tree Tarot says maybe we have to believe that there's a bigger plan, even if we just see the part that is our job, right? So it's, we're all doing our thing, but we have to believe that there's something bigger and that we're contributing to that, right? Let's see. L Shadow Work, unearth the subconscious. Looks like she's pulling out the pentacles from the ground or the roots. Jackie, take guidance from others. Open your mind and heart. Yeah, I definitely see a lot of different ways. So Jamie, if you're still in here, you'll have to tell us if you think this is helping to answer your question. Yeah, definitely read this card differently than the Rider-Waite Smith. Maybe they had a meeting to agree who was doing what, said Selkie. Yeah, so they did collaborate, right? They said, okay, you're good at that. I'm good at this. I know I'm not good at the plants. So I'd probably have to help him with the stone slab because I would kill the plants. Oh, Jamie's making notes in his new tarot notebook. Love that. So I don't know. Would you answer it differently with this card? I think I would, just a little bit, right? But that's interesting. It's interesting how the artwork can really drive a different perspective on the question, on the card, all of that good stuff. All right, let's talk about, the original one that I just had in my hand. Okay, one moment. Once again, my nose starts running in Tarot Play Date. So if this card is reversed or any challenged or blocking, thank you, Mindy. It was nice to have you here, as always. So if this card is upside down, what does that mean for us? Or if this card is reversed, or if it's blocking energy. SM17, I hate when he watches me work. Pitch in or beat it. It's like either help or get out of the way, right? So here, is there a different change in the energy or the collaboration? Sometimes I really struggle with reversals, frankly, because I don't read them. But if we look at this literally upside down, rather than the people driving the creation, is what's being created sort of driving the people, if that makes sense. Reversed, Kiana says, finding work tiresome, not putting in the groundwork, poor planning so a project doesn't succeed, or lack of cooperation. Robin says we can work together, but stay in your own lane. Emily says it seems more chaotic, as if the collab is not working due to toxic communication. Backseat driving, psychically yours. Yeah, you turn these two upside down and it starts to get real interesting, doesn't it? Very true. Kiana also says reverse, mediocrity in the work or elsewhere in life, a need to leave a job or situation that doesn't allow you to do your best, laziness, lack of creativity, no creative direction, right? I really kind of like seeing this one reverse. Those pentacles just fall down. Nothing's created, nothing comes. The statue doesn't stand up, Maybe not being able to agree on a final plan of action, says White Tree Tarot. Having a problem with being instructed, says Sean, right? So not being able to take that direction or that advice. Ooh, good stuff here. Al says this reminds me of the astrological associations again with Mars, the Tower, Capricorn, the Devil. The Devil is being a little turd, and in turn creating a tower moment. It all falls down. Nothing gets done, just a bunch of talk, says Kathy. So people running around, trying to do stuff, not actually getting anything accomplished. I think we've all seen that happen a time or two, haven't we? Jamie says needing to find a better or new group because this collaboration specifically is not working. Ooh, Jackie, don't get too dependent on others. The builder's gonna fall, says Essence 818. Robin, the arch that can lift you up when reversed can be the valley you fall into, right? Now are we getting into a pit, a hole we can't dig ourselves out of? Ooh, good observation there. Bye, Selkie. Thank you so much. See you later. Procrastination, says Al. Yes. Ooh, you guys are good at this game, All right, so I want to make sure that everybody kind of that we don't go past an hour and a half if we don't have to today. Although I love this. I love this time. Thank you so much. I'm going to give us, as I did last week, the alternative activity first that we all came out with or came up with because I think people have been participating more in those particular activities. But I will still tell you the tarot playbook. Oh, if I can dig it out from under all these cards. Oh, cards all over the floor. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. All right. So our tarot playdate activity for the week, which is designed to connect us with the card that we pulled this week. Let me get my little guy over here. Three of Pentacles. And once again, I will read it for everybody here so you can kind of tell me your initial thoughts and impression on this. But I will also post it in the description box below this video when it uploads, as well as in the Tarot Playdate Facebook group. Let's see. Oh, Elle said analysis or paralysis by over-analysis, or I oftentimes call it analysis paralysis when we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. When a peak becomes a valley, love that view of Three of Pentacles in the RWS. Yeah, I thought that was a good observation. Yeah, here's the thing. If the week has passed and you didn't do the activity from a previous week, it's never too late. And Elle and I were actually chatting about it yesterday because Elle is one of my most active admins in the Tarot Playdate Facebook group. Thank you, Elle. And we were talking about maybe in the files section posting the previous week's activities. So you can go back and do them or revisit them if you particularly enjoyed them. So rather than having to kind of dig through and find the posts, although we do use the topic. So if you click on the topic, if you want to go back and see the topic or the activity that was related to the Knight of Pentacles, you can click on the little topic, but some people don't see that necessarily. But we're going to try and figure out ways to kind of make it easier to revisit some of these activities because a lot of them have been a lot of fun, or maybe you were just having a really busy week or month and didn't get to do it. So we want to make it easier for you to find them again. But this week's this was a Jilly designed activity called You Are the Stonemason. This 3 is about cooperation and teamwork. Let me hold it up while I read it, even though I can't see myself right now. The stonemason and the architects need each other to get the job done. Oh, need each other to get the job done. I had a weird return there. Shuffle your deck and draw 3 cards. How do they cooperate with each other? How can they work together to accomplish a goal? So maybe you can phrase this too. Like if you have this particular goal that you want to get done, pull the 3 cards and figure out how all 3 of those cards work together to complete that goal. Or just as a fun activity, you can ask it randomly, kind of like what we did this week with the 7 of Swords. It's like seeing how these cards interact with one another can really help build meaning around that card. Yes, Michelle, you can be behind, but it's never, you can dip in and out as you ever need to. There's no topic for the 8 of Cups, said Kiana. We didn't create one for the 8 of Cups? Uh-oh. Elle, we got to fix that. Thank you for letting us know. I could have sworn we did. We will double check that. Thank you, Kiana. So see how your 3 cards will work together. And until I see you next week, continue to work together, be collaborative, and let me know next week how this card came up for you during the week or how it kind of worked that into your life. The other thing is to remember to post your cards if you want to in the Tarot Playdate Facebook group. I love seeing the results of the activities or the different 3 of Pentacles cards you looked at this week. And if you like to post on Instagram using the hashtag Tarot Playdate, all one word, is also another great way to kind of bring that forward and keep Tarot Playdate going throughout the week. All right. Thank you. I will check my text message, Jilly. Thank you for the heads up. I hope you guys all had a great week. Thank you for another wonderful, fabulous play date. I really appreciate everyone's participation. Thank you to the admins for keeping everything going. And yeah, I did a spectacular dropsy just for you, Essence 18. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Sending lots and lots of love as always. Bye. As soon as I figure out how to end my stream, that always takes a minute. There we go.